Hi, my name is Nathan Fitters and I am a Python coder. Looping is a very important piece of code involved in Python and every other coding language on the planet. Before looping was created, the only way to do certain things a certain amount of times was to keep copying and pasting them over and over again. However, this has been solved. Python has created two different loops called the for loop and the while loop. However, today we will mostly be focusing on the for loop. The for loop is used to loop through a certain action or function a certain amount of times. Whilst for loops are mainly used to execute a function a set of number of times, they can be used to check certain objects within a range of different numbers. For example, if we created a for loop designed to print out each number within the range 1 to 10, it would go through the loop 9 times, printing out each number 1 to 9. This is because for loops don't actually count in the last number in the argument. This is important to know as it can cause multiple problems within your solution. For loops can also have a third argument other than the range of 1 to a certain number. The third argument can be used to search between that range. For example, if I did 1 to 10 and then also added in the third argument 2, it would search between every second number. This can also be used as negative numbers to go from the end number all the way back to the start. For example, like 10 to 8 to 6, and you can do it from any number of numbers. Python has a library called Turtle. This module is very handy to draw pictures and photos, shapes, etc. For loops are very handy to use Turtle as it can be used to draw certain pictures and shapes a certain number of times. Okay, welcome to the challenges. So here's the pseudocode for challenge 1 module 6. Challenge 1 module 6 is an acrostic poem. So first off it asks, what is your name? Sammy. So this is just an example, and then it puts them all in capital letters and write is for after all of them. So the name equals input what is name, that is storing what name you will put into a variable. It's just storing it, like for example in a database. Now that's as you can see in here. Now name equals name.upper, that is make name all uppercase. So gets every character and puts it into the uppercase. For character in name, for how many characters are in your names, for example Sammy has 5, then print character plus is for each time. Print each character plus is for after each, as you can see it doing here on the left. And that's really challenge 1 for module 6. Challenge 2 is upside down triangles. So if we go down to there. So it asks you for a number of lines, and so for example this is 5, so there's 5 different lines, and you take away 1 from each time. So first, it's like last time, you put down how many lines you want and store it into a variable. You then take that variable and you make it an integer. What that means is you're just making it from a sentence into a number. Next, for I in range line. That is saying for how many strings you wanted, do this. So for how many strings we wanted 5 for instance. So print x times line, which was 5. So as you can see here, and then take away 1 from that. So 5, and you take away 1, that means it's 4. Take away 1, 3, 2, etc. And that's what it says here in the pseudocode. Challenge 3, wooden fence. So challenge 3, it asks you to build a wooden fence for with how many planks you ask for. So for in this case is 11. So what we're doing is first off we're using a library that you can import from Python called Turtle. This allows you to draw, as you can see it doing on the left, and change colors, different speeds, all that sort of stuff. So first you have to input how many planks are wanted and store it in a variable, as you can see here. Next we're going to change the pen color to brown to make it look like a plank. We are next going to move the turtle to the far left of the screen, as you can see that's where it started here. Then we're going to draw the first plank. So it draws the first plank, and it gets just to get the turtle into position to draw the rest, so on, no matter how many you want. Now, for how many planks are wanted, take away 1. So what this means in the code is for how many planks you put in, take away 1 because we already drew the first one by itself, then go and draw another plank each time, as you can see in the pseudocode. We want the plank to be width 10 steps and length 100, as you can see here. That'd be the width, that'd be the top or the bottom, that'd be the length along the sides. And that's challenge 3 for module 6. Last challenge, square starburst. This is a lot more complicated than the others. So challenge 4, it asks you again to import turtle, and it wants you to draw however many squares you wanted and put it all in around a circle-ish, I guess. So first off, we've got to import turtle, as you can see here. We then want to input how many squares are wanted and store it in a variable. So store it again. Now, the angle that we have to turn before putting each next square in, that is divided by 3. That is divided off 360. So basically, that means 360 is one circle. So divided by how many times you want it, that's how many squares you'd be making, and that's how many angles you need. So next, we make the pen color purple, and then we draw the first line of the square, as you can see here. Next, we turn left 90 degrees, make the pen color blue, and we move forward, as you can see here. Next, we turn left again, draw the next line, then we make it purple, and we draw down again, as you can see there. Now, for the range, so for how many squares that we asked for, take away 1, because we already drew the first one just to get into position. Then you want to turn left by that angle that we got at the start, so 360 divided by how many squares wanted, and then draw another square. Then you want to turn the angle again, then another square, turn the angle, another square, and so on, so on, so on. And that's challenge 4 for Module 6, and that's all the challenges. Thanks for watching.